Sedale Threatt, who's had to move over from the shooting guard position to the point guard. Oakley on Perkins. This fall away, the left-handed high arcer won't go. There's a man who needs the big game, Eldon Campbell, who's a human pogo stick. Threatt, the pull-up 17-footer, goes about 18 and a half. Ewing with his first board of the ball game.
See tempo right now in New York, trying to establish it early, running, taking quick shots.
Jackson, who averages just over 10 a game, gets his first two. Work since they put the 20-second shot clock in, 24-second shot clock back in 54. Shot clock at 7. Ewing, nothing but the bottom of the net. He has 3.
Patrick Ewing had a great shooting night last night in Philadelphia. Hit that same shot against the Sixers, would step out on the floor, little medium-range jump shot.
Last 3 games, he's averaged 28 points a contest.
He went through a little drought for about 5 games, only averaged about 13 points a game. He's back now.
Well, Perkins backs down Oakley into the corner and then uses the fall-away left-hander to get his first 2. Lead it by 1. Early out in the first quarter, Rob Thulin along with Doug Collins, Ernie Johnson in our studios in Atlanta. The X-Man, Xavier McDaniel.
That's a well-executed play by the New York Knicks. You can see the Lakers are going to back off and give you the outside jump shots.
Big time.
Eldon Campbell is lively tonight. An offensive rebound with a reverse dunk, and they're in an excellent shot block.
Ewing, the fall away, doesn't get it. He goes to the floor hard. Pat Riley likes it. He claps. Campbell, however, picks up his second personal foul.
He teases you. He shows you on a particular night what he's capable of doing, and the next night he lets you down. So again, that's an area that they really need him to step forward. Now, so the Lakers have gone big now with Perkins, Divac, and AC Green.
That's what they did last year. They went big a lot when you throw Magic in there and Worthy in there as Perkins hits from the outside, and he's had the hot hand as he has 4. Knicks lead it by 3 inside of 8.5 of the first quarter. McDaniel from outside, and he buries the jumper for his 4th point of the game.
I really like what New York's doing in the half court. They're setting a lot of double screens, staggering some screens.
You think about the starting lineup that the Lakers would have had even without Magic Johnson. They've only played 2 games together this year as Whistle and a foul. You think about it, they only played 2 when you have Divac and Worthy, Perkins.
The crowd was buzzing. You know, obviously Magic used to love to play in New York. It was his one time a year to come in here. You just don't feel that presence of the Lakers now, and I think that's carried over to the way they've played on the floor. When they go from game to game, I don't see that intensity, that excitement that they normally would bring to the game.
5-5, 7-10 remaining in the first. Divac moves way on top. They wheel it around to Scott over Wilkins.
That's what they need. Byron Scott to make a few baskets. He had 22 in the game in Los Angeles.
And quickly, McDaniel launches the shot. Haley with the rebound. Ewing picks his pocket and draws the foul. And we've got a timeout. 6:54 remaining in the first. The Knicks have a 3-point advantage. 13-10 over the Lakers.
The rest of this quarter, so let's see if they can continue to pound it inside.
Well, New York's 7 of 8 now from the line already. Ewing, legal D's called. Shot clock at 6. L.A. milking the clock. Threatt takes it strong to the hole off the glass.
Sedale did a nice job. Ewing jumped out big, and Sedale just used his quickness to get around him. A nice little floater off the glass.
The lead is 3.
Got to go inside. Ewing against Divac. You've got the foul situation. Make something happen in there.
Divac's got a piece of it. Ewing got it right back and drops it down for his second field goal of the ball game.
Patrick Ewing is going to have a big night. I don't think Vlade is healthy enough right now to be able to stay with him. You got Pone is not quite back, so it's going to be a while for him to play himself back into shape, something the Lakers just don't have a lot of time to allow him to do.
3. Wilkins tries to get a hand on him, but Sedale Threatt now with 4 points in the ball game closes the gap back down to 3. Divac switches over to Oakley, puts Haley on Ewing with the shot clock at 9. Patrick, the strong move into the paint. That is a piece of cake for the big guy.
Well, Patrick right now, his eyes are about the size of saucers. He sees that no one out here can play him. The Lakers are going to have to force, I don't know if it's a double or triple team, they've got to force him to give the ball up. Those are point-blank shots that he's going to shoot about 75% with.
Well, right now, he's 3 of 5 for 11 points. the double team. Scott gets caught in a pickle, gets it inside to Haley. Divac cleans it up.
The Lakers do have 3 offensive rebounds. That's a positive sign to start this quarter.
Jackson, the net rips. The Knicks, on the other hand, after a rugged month following the All-Star break, or rugged couple of weeks following the All-Star break, they don't play again for a couple of days, so they're in good shape. 3, the basket, and the foul.
Boy, Sedale's having a big first quarter. He realizes he has the speed and quickness advantage over Mark Jackson. He's getting the ball to the free throw line and burying the little jump shot. Watch Sedale here. He gets himself a little step-back move, quickness, explodes into his shot, knocks it down. That's a nice play by Sedale. 3-3-point play opportunity.
He's hit his last 3 shots. And he completes the 3-point play. So Threatt now with 7 points, leading the Lakers and trying to keep them close in this ball game. Nearing the 4-minute mark, Knicks lead it by 2. Jackson cuts toward the hole. The opening is there, and he takes advantage of it.
See, I like what Pat Riley did there. He gave Mark Jackson a chance to go back at Sedale Threatt. Sedale's punishing him on this end. He says, we're going to make Sedale play a little defense. So now Sedale tries to go right back at him. You've got to be very careful right now and not get into a tit-for-tat game.
Great no-look pass, and Wilkins completes it. The hustle of Patrick Ewing on that play was very impressive, Doug. He didn't get the ball, but he beat everybody else down the court. Still the same 5 in for the Lakers. McDaniel on Green. Inside to Haley, the turnaround, and he buries it. Well, the former UCLA Bruin gets on the board, his first 2 of the contest. Wilkins to McDaniel. McDaniel goes baseline on Vlade Divac, and Vlade did not have that quick step.
Yeah, you could just see he couldn't get there yet. In all fairness to Vlade, he's trying to play himself back into shape after the back surgery and some second shot opportunities.
New York packs it in. Divac tries to force the pass to Green. The turnover. Lakers fewest turnovers in the NBA per game at 12.8. That's their 3rd tonight. McDaniel hangs in the air for the 2. He has 8.
Well, 2 jumpers, 2 drives. So X has got both parts of his game going tonight.
Lakers, who have already lost as many games as they had all last season, trying to get back into it as Threatt is the only offensive weapon they have now with 9. Wilkins with the shot clock inside of 10. Sizes up Scott. Threatt bumps him hard. Wilkins takes it strong.
That was a forced shot. Gerald had nothing there, had to lean in and try to get the shot up to beat the clock. Boy, Sedale looks frisky tonight. He's really looking
he's shaking and
bouncing everywhere.
Not going anywhere, but he is bouncing. Green from deep in the corner for 2.
My hips are sore from watching all those gyrations he was put on the first quarter.
He is dancing out there.
See Mason coming in, so look for them to try to get out and run even more than they already have. Mason really fills the lane nicely for a big guy.
Divac has been way off on all his shots, and there's Ewing again. He beat everybody down again, Doug.
Well, Patrick Ewing released on the outside jump shot by Vlade Divac on the floor with Xavier McDaniel, Anthony Mason, and Starks. They still are capable of rebounding the ball. Someone's got to pick Ewing up.
Green fakes the 3, takes it inside. Shot clock at 2. Ewing puts it right back. Shot clock will go off. And with 3.9 on the clock, the Knicks have it. The crowd loves it. He doesn't.
See if they had another second. I think another second went off. I think they're going to probably get about 4.9, maybe even 5.
Games left, and currently 13 of those 22 are above 500. Here comes Jackson. Tries to get around 3. 1 second left. Puts it up. Count it! It's a 2, and it goes. The Knicks have an 8-point advantage, 33-25. We'll be back to the Garden in New York.
They're sort of between a rock and a hard place right now. They're in a game that they're going to have to run to get some easy baskets, and they're just turning the ball over.
Starks pulls the trigger, and he gets his first 2. Say, when you talk about the running, that's where you show where like a Magic or a team leader is not there to make that right decision on the transition game.
See, New York actually going without a center now. They've got Oakley and Mason, 2 big, strong players along with Vandeweghe on the front line.
A 3-by-3, and he nails it. So Sedale Threatt, who came in shooting just 33% from the arc, is now 5 of 8 for the game.
I think Sedale's got a little personal battle going with Greg Anthony and Mark Jackson, both of them. He's doing a lot of talking tonight. Now Anthony's coming back at him.
And AC Green just took an elbow in the eye. as Charles Oakley gets his first two.
Charles Oakley just popped AC Green. Let's keep our eye on that matchup. See.
Anthony Mason now on AC Green is three, shaking and baking and dancing again.
Spinning jump shot. Here it comes by Teagle. No, that time he gives it up.
He wasn't close enough to the baseline.
Yeah, he likes
that baseline.
Yes, he does. Oh, again.
In my dreams.
One day I felt a little bit like that, not anywhere close anymore.
Excellent move inside. Starks can't get it. He'll try it again. Mason got it.
We were blocked out, but I think Charles Oakley made a beautiful pass.
And AC Green comes down, count the basket, and he gets the foul.
Let's see what happens. We were blocked out on this play. I think someone made a great pass. Here's Oakley, pump fake, and Charles with the no-look wraparound. Charles doesn't jump that high to stay in the air long enough to do that.
He's the thick piece of toast under the sneakers.
I got to talk to Charles. I've never seen him make that kind of pass.
That's the kind of pass that got you out of coaching.
Yeah, really. Good ball movement to Starks for the three. That was good ball movement, though. Good penetrating drive by Vandeweghe. Finds Anthony, and the rotation finds John Starks. Made the unselfish pass.
Inside Smith. That is what we saw last year.
Right there. They're taking it to the basket. He's got a big, strong body. Can finish.
Anthony from 17, and he gets his jump shot to go down. That's his first two of the ball game. Beat Scott and Johnson in a three-guard offense. Not to be. Vandeweghe outside. Doesn't get it. Haley with the rebound. Yeah. Doing yeoman's work tonight for Jack Haley.
You have AC Green coming off the bench and Eldon Campbell and Terry Teagle. They all of a sudden become a very deep team.
It is a very fragile game.
Yes, it is.
Brown outside, and he buries it over the outstretched hands of Kiki Vandeweghe.
A friend of mine once said that every NBA team has a ligament tear away from mediocrity.
Mark Price going down. Dominique Wilkins with the Hawks this year with the Achilles. Good pass inside. Jackson to Ewing, who hurts the rim.
Boy, Patrick's going to rip the basket down.
Put a Band-Aid on that baby.
That's about 3 of those dunks he's had tonight. We can hear the snapback rim all the way over here.
He's 5 of 7. Teagle, his favorite spot, and he gets it.
You can put a little X over there on Terry Teagle. It's like a homing pigeon. He goes to those same spots on the floor.
We used to check for masking tape and horse games on that. 2-point, Nick Lee, 5:40 left. Vandeweghe on the drive around everybody.
That was a great head and shoulder fake by Kiki Vandeweghe. He had to respect the shot. Tony Smith went for it. Oakley and Anthony and Mark Jackson, Vandeweghe and Xavier McDaniel. So they really have a pair at each other position, which gives them some pretty good versatility.
Pat Riley at the beginning of the year wanted Patrick Ewing to work on his hook. The works. Remember, he only had like 9 in the first meeting between these two. They give Perkins the shot. He says, thank you very much. I'll take it. Perkins now with 8. 4-point New York Nick lead.
Boards. Banged, pushed, and shoved in there and bought some minutes. So fine job by Jack Haley, and Sam Perkins stepping out, showing us he has great range on that jump shot.
Perkins now with 10. Has hit his last 5 shots. Brown was on Ewing. That's almost a mismatch. Into the hands of Perkins as the shot clock goes off. Doesn't matter. The Lakers with a 3-on-3. Smith to Brown. Baseline. Tries a little reverse. Ill-advised. Forced it. Here comes Wilkins. Showtime, folks. Oh, he didn't dunk it.
Mishandled the ball. He couldn't quite get a grasp of it to go up and dunk the ball. Chucky Brown is over-penetrating, though, Ron. It's about big people. He's got to pull up and take the shot.
Wonder if Dominique will give little brother some grief on that one. Here comes Jackson. Has Mason on the left. Ewing. Oh, you saw it too, but it ends up Anthony the Beast Mason.
Oh, Ewing wanted that when he did get it to Mason, but you could see Patrick's eyes. Throw it up, throw it up. The team getting them into the fast break, giving them some easy opportunities.
Brown launches one from 17, and Chucky Brown, who came into the game shooting 48%, has 6 points now, 4 above his average. That opens up the penetration also.
Absolutely.
Brown comes over on the double team. Ewing tries to get it inside of McDaniel. Here comes Terry Teagle. He has Mark Jackson to beat. And Mark Jackson will just grab him and hold on.
And you try to go to him and get some points. The tough thing is they've got a lot of post players on this team, so there's a lot of guys that want to occupy that post area. Terry Teagle really is a 6'4", 6'5" post-up player, so he's not a guy you run off a lot of screens for.
About 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Jackson penetrates into Oakley. He doesn't get the shot. Bodies all over the place. Ends up in the hands of McDaniel, who gets the 2.
2 minutes.
Has 8 points, and that ties his season high.
The Lakers 10 for 10 from the free throw line, 7 for 7 this quarter. So the free throw line has been good to them once again.
But Ewing elevates above the crowd, and Ewing now with 19 points. 6 here in this quarter, and he's hit his last 6 shots. Oakley on him. Perkins with the long arms. He's a southpaw. Leans in, doesn't get the roll. The ball tipped out to McDaniel.
4 on 1.
Here
5 on none.
Another rim racker. This time Oakley gets it. He has 6 for the ball game.
You know, I really like what Gerald Wilkins did that time. Gerald Wilkins had
Right-hand portion of your screen. Wilkins sizing up Perkins. The double team.
better get it up.
McDaniel has to dish it off. Shot clock at 2. The 3 will be way short. Oakley won't get it off. 24-second violation. The Lakers will have it with 19.5 left in the half. Pat Riley up by 4. They led by as many as 10.
3-point shot. Let's see if they go to that.
Reed on Jackson. He looks up at the shot clock. Threatt backs up. Ewing comes over to help. Perkins finds the lane. Slapped away by Oakley.
He stepped out to the 3-point line on the rotation. Oakley came running at him. He looked to take the ball to the basket, so it was a very well executed play. And Sam Perkins again back to the free throw line.
Jim Ian and of course Mike Dunleavy, head coach of the Lakers.
If the Lakers do not foul here in the last 1.8, they've gone this whole quarter without committing a foul.
Perkins perfect from the line, and he continues that trend. 14 first half points for Perkins. The lead is 2. Jackson will let it fly, but it'll be way short. 24 minutes, we have seen the Knicks go out on a streak, and we've seen the Lakers come back. We still have 24 left to be played, but at halftime, the Knicks lead it by 2. Stay with us. Ernie Johnson in Atlanta with the Prudential halftime report, and then the second half from the Garden in New York.
Winning by an average of 18 points. Tonight we go to Miami Arena. Somebody's got to guard Kevin Gamble. The back door's wide open, folks, and D. Brown spots him. Gamble lays it in. Celtics built a 14-point lead, but back comes Miami. Glenn Rice having a great year. 15 points in the first half. Gets a 3-point play there as the Heat cuts the lead to 1. Back come the Celtics at Sherman Douglas. First time playing against his old mates. Lays it in off the feed from McHale. And now Larry Bird with the save, but Reggie Lewis doesn't do much with it. Bimbo Coles does. Get up there, number 12. He jams it down. Miami had a 20-5 run, and right now in the third period, it's 61-56. Washington Bullets, Indiana Pacers. A winter wonderland. Indianapolis, lots of snow up there near Market Square. Pacers on the break. Look at that nice move. Inside, Reggie Miller from Chuck Person. Now Washington going to put the old double team on Chuck, and they'll come away with the steal. Michael Adams, number 7 in the league in assists, shows you why. Great look at Purvis Ellison. He had 15 points in the first half. They're up by 1, but Indiana has a 9-2 run. Detlef Schrempf camps the break. They're up by 11 at the half, and right now in the third, it remains the margin, 69-58. In ball since he took over for Larry Brown. Terry Cummings, just give it to the Admiral. He'll take care of matters. He lays it in. Bob Weiss's Hawks come back with Alexander Volkov, getting some PT now with Dominique Wilkins out of there. Nice feed to Kevin Willis, who about tears it down. But back come the San Antonio Spurs. Play some good D inside, and then Sean Elliott hits Rod Strickland. Now, Kevin Willis almost gets a piece of this, but Strickland gets it up and over. 6-point lead for the Spurs right now as they go to the second period. It is San Antonio 22-16. Come back to narrow the gap. Pretty good ball game. Lenny Wilkins, guys, 22-5 at home. Here's Craig Elo and Mark Price and Brad Doherty hooking up. 7-point lead for the Cavs in the first. Now, late in the first, watch how Phoenix just goes down here to beat the buzzer. Easy as you please. Thunder Dan Marley throws it down. Second period, here's where Elo got hurt. He bangs knees with Dan Marley. Elo down. He hobbled off the court. It's a strained left knee. He will not be back tonight. Mark Price, you don't see this very often, an air ball. And Phoenix responds on the break. Steve Burt all by his lonesome. They're up by 9 at the half. Right now in the third period, 72-68. A good one going at Richfield Coliseum.
Matching up. We'll see what happens as we go along. Battle in the corner, moves in for a 15-footer, rolls around and goes. Battle scores. Suns with the lineup here of Tom Chambers, Dan Marley, and Kevin Johnson. Steve Kerr out defensively on KJ, who sets up on the right side. Looks low for Rambis. Pass deflected. Marley saves the day. Turns, shoots, and scores. 5-footer right up front.
Marley was so alert on that because he saw the deflection, and he was the only one to really notice to go get it.
76-70. The dance against Tim Perry. Out front to Battle. Battle breaks loose inside as he drives. He shoots. He scores. Count it. The basket is good, and the foul is on Kurt Rambis. Mark Price replacing Steve Kerr now for Cleveland. Switch goes to KJ. Ferry's on him. Now they want to double team Kevin Johnson. He'll bounce it low to Chambers, who's fouled as the shot was knocked away. And we're going to get a foul called here on Hot Rod Williams.
How he pursues the ball and the enthusiasm he plays with. He hasn't played much, but you can learn a lot from watching a guy like that.
Tom Chambers going to the free throw line for the first time in the ball game. His first attempt is up and in. 77-73, the Suns lead. Not quite 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Suns will move on to Milwaukee, where there'll be an action Thursday night. We'll have coverage on both television and radio. Chambers' next free throw is also good. He hits them both. And it's 78-73. Suns with the lead.
We will keep you up to speed on what should be a tremendous fourth quarter.
Game 5 that began tonight's contest. And Scott opens it up, and he's way short. He said he got hit. Might have been because that was way short.
Byron only took one shot in the first half. He made it, but 12 minutes, only one shot.
Ewing with authority.
Right now is a very important time of the game for the Lakers. First, Sedale's got to continue to look to be aggressive, not just be a passer. He had 12 points in the first half, and a lot of it was on penetrations and pull-up jump shots, so he must go at Mark Jackson.
Jackson in his back pocket now. Threatt's going to force it up, and he banks it home. The bank was open. He makes the deposit. Inside, Jackson has to dish it back out.
Well, they got away with a 3-second violation there. Made an extra pass in the lane.
Good ball movement. Shot clock at 1. McDaniel hits it at the buzzer.
Now, Lakers did everything right except prevent the score. Excellent defense for 23 seconds.
Far away.
That's right.
Okay, got that down. Fresh 24 for the Lakers. Threatt still trying to work off Jackson, uses the right arm to push off, and he does get the basket.
I think that's excellent. I think Sedale has to look to have a big game offensively. He can score against Mark Jackson. He must continue to look for his offense. 7 for 10 now tonight for Sedale, 16 points.
The average 13.9, his season high is 29. McDaniel over AC Green. The high archer draws the net.
David McDaniel 7 for 9 on the night, so he's shooting it well.
But instead, McDaniel lets it go. Campbell with a rebound. Outlet to Threatt.
You're not going to backpedal with him, Mark. You better turn and run. Sedale has got the afterburners on tonight. Force the offensive player to make a move, and I think it's something you just saw in that last play.
Oh, the Lakers pull within 1. The only Laker lead was 2-1 early on as Sedale Threatt gets both.
Against Eldon Campbell, let him make something happen.
There it is. The double team by Threatt. Good ball movement by the Knicks. Jackson, the little baby right-handed hook over the crowd.
It's all started, though, with Patrick Ewing touching the ball, getting the double team.
14, now looking at L.A., pulling within 1. Campbell, the wild shot won't go.
Never got his shoulder square to the target. That was just a throw.
Jackson to Ewing.
How about Oakley? A little wraparound behind the back pass. Point lead now for New York. Lakers need a score. Here's that screen roll. Something that's been good to him the whole game.
Perkins left open, doesn't pull the trigger. Sedale does for 2, and he buries it. And I don't think people realize that Sedale Threatt was second to Michael Jordan in shooting as far as shooting guards go in field goal percentage in L.A. since the first period. Wilkins, little showboat move, doesn't get it. Perkins takes it right away from Charles Oakley, and here come the Lakers trailing by just 1.
Oh, he walked.
And they lead.
Byron Byron Scott needed that one. That's his second field goal of the game in only 4 attempts. So good aggressive play by Byron. I thought he got away with a little extra step, though.
Baby steps. First lead since they had a 2-1 advantage. Ewing, though, gets the lead right back.
When in doubt, let Patrick touch it. Going to use his speed and quickness. They have Mark Jackson now playing Byron Scott. Let's see if they go to Byron off some screens for some jumpers.
Threatt, the fall away, a difficult shot, and Sedale Threatt has it hot tonight.
I don't think Sedale cares who's guarding him right now.
Out of 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the third quarter. Crowd chanting defense. Green drives strong to the hole.
Well, I like what the Lakers are doing. They're getting the Knicks on their closeouts as they're rotating.
Anthony will let it fly, and he drains the 2. So Greg Anthony, who's shooting just 36% on the year, now has 4 points for the ball game. And Anthony on 3. The double team leaves Starks open, blows by Byron Scott for the easy left-handed layup.
Ron, that's exactly what the Lakers have been doing to New York on the closeout. When you're closing out on a guy that can shoot the basketball, you've got to close out with the idea, I just can't run at him, because when I do, he's going to attack my top foot and take the ball right past me. We're seeing a lot of that tonight.
We had 2 lead changes in the first half. We've had 8 this quarter.
Look at Sedale. I mean, Sedale.
Oh, baby.
He is dancing tonight. I mean, he is left, right, up, back.
I tell you what, that's a little Arthur Murray move there. 76-75, the Lakers lead it by 1, as the Lakers have only committed 1 turnover in this quarter, had 10 in the first half, as Greg Anthony is whistled for his 4th personal foul.
What it does is it puts Sedale Threatt back at the free throw line. He's 6 for 6 there tonight. In challenge tonight with Greg Anthony and Mark Jackson.
He gets them both. Oh, the biggest lead for the Lakers. It is 3. To Threatt, he goes up. He uses his body to get around McDaniel. So Sedale Threatt, with 32 points, a new season high, has given the Lakers their biggest advantage of the ball game at 5. Sedale with 20 in this quarter, Doug. He only has 6 points in this quarter. Here's the last play.
Excellent steal. Actually, the fumble pass from John Starks, and again, Sedale Threatt, the man with all the energy tonight. So the Lakers doing a good job defensively. Remember, they gave up 33 points in the first quarter. Since that point in time, in 2 quarters, they've given up about 40. So for the Lakers to steal this ball game, they continue it up for the next 14 minutes.
Threatt has the last 8 LA points. Patrick Ewing gets the roll, and he gets it to drop.
Well, I think that's a smart play. You've got to go back to Patrick Ewing. Pat Riley knows that. The team sometimes forgets about him on the floor. You know, at what point in time, Ron, does Sedale Threatt get a rest? We'll have to watch to see how that affects as he makes this shot.
He almost did, and Byron Scott takes it away from Greg Anthony. Loses the handle. Ball should belong to New York as it hits off Byron Scott's leg.
Mike Dunleavy's going to have to think at some point in time if he's going to give Sedale Threatt a little bit of a rest. He's played a very inspired third quarter. He played 17 minutes in the first half. Again, inside to Patrick Ewing. He has the mismatch against Sam Perkins.
Foul was on AC Green, his second. Starks, a little opening in the paint. Oh, my goodness. The former CBA slam dunk champion takes it high for the Jazz.
Oh, man, this dunk would make Michael Jordan proud. Look at him take off and explode. 3-point play opportunity for John Starks. Tried to tie the game at 80 apiece.
And he gets it. Starks now with 7. He averages 14, and this is our first tie of the ball game as New York has 5 straight points.
See, Starks is a defensive stopper. He's bumping Sedale Threatt. They're not going to let him get away with that, but he's the guy they feel like that can shut Sedale down. He did a great job early in the year against Kevin Johnson here.
Threatt shaking and baking. Shot clock at 4. He lets it go, and he drains it. Oh, when it's going, it's going.
This is one of those nights you don't want to ever end.
He's going to remember this.
I do not want to go to sleep tonight.
He's 7 of 8 this period for 22 points. Inside of Ewing, gets Perkins up in the air, draws the foul, but it won't roll.
There is a missed rebound. They do not want Terry Teagle the chance to get an offensive rebound and a putback.
That's Patrick gets the roll. 10 points in this quarter, 29 for the ball game. The final three. You better hurry up. Pushes off. Won't get the shot off. It won't go down. No basket. But nevertheless, it was the Sedale Threatt show in the third quarter. 12 minutes left to be played at Madison Square Garden in New York, and the Lakers and the Knicks are tied at 82. Being able to finish. Greg Anthony got a talk to by Pat. He's back into the lineup. Ewing, the baseline jumper, fall away.
Got a switch off that time. Chucky Brown has great leaping ability, but he cannot bother Patrick Ewing's shot. Bloody deep, $3 million plus per year. So it must feel very good that he's going to recover completely from that back surgery.
Starks on the run, catches, shoots, and he nails it.
Where are the Lakers going to go to offense right now? You got Sedale out of the ball game. You have Perkins out of the ball game. Who's going to step up and get him a big basket?
I think it has to be that man right there, 45. But Teagle dishes it off to Vlade, who loses the handle to Brown and among the Redwoods, and he gets the spin.
Good shot, Chucky Brown. 10 points off the bench, playing a fine game.
That is a new season high for Chucky Brown as Jack Haley up off the Lakers bench. He'll check back into the lineup. Talk about the job he did in the first half. Ewing from outside, and he rattles it home. Ewing 13 of 16. The lead is 4. Smith will let it fly from deep in the corner, and Tony Smith with his second field goal of the ball game.
Ron, if the Lakers can win this game, you can thank their bench because they've done a terrific job. Maybe Vlade will have something tomorrow night, but he just does not have it tonight.
Lakers make their way to Atlanta in the Omni tomorrow night. Starks the fall-away jumper over Chucky Brown.
See, that's a good matchup, Starks, because Teagle has a very difficult time playing him coming off some screens.
Lakers bench, that rest didn't last very long. Brown, who thrives on the transition game, really is not effective in the half court. As Teagle, there's that spot again. I'm telling you, he's got that down.
The Lakers have made some tough shots. The last 3 possessions.
15,763 here tonight, the 12th sellout of the season.
Oh, boy.
Give and go to perfection.
Well, Tony Smith got caught peeking. He lost vision of the basketball, and Greg Anthony cut right behind him.
6 points, 5 assists. Crowd chanting defense. 4-point lead. Freed off the way to the hoop again, and he ties his career high. Check back in the lineup, so he is now on McDaniel. Teagle moves over to Vandeweghe. Starks for 3, doesn't get it. Rebound tipped into the hands of Threatt. Teagle stops, pops, and he drains it.
We're seeing some shooting tonight, Ron. These guys are just pulling up and firing.
We're tied again at 92. Ewing doesn't get the roll. Green gets the rebound.
Lakers need to continue to push the ball, look for easy scores.
Threatt around Anthony, and he's got a new career high.
Sedale, you're on national TV, man. You got to smile when you're doing this. This is some performance.
I tell you, he looks intense with the eyes now. It's like it's not over yet for him. Now Anthony. LA 6 straight points. Shot clock at 7. McDaniel has it picked by Threatt, who comes up with a steal, and here he comes. He's got Teagle on the right, Perkins on the left. Shake, fakes, boom!
Hey, I'll tell you what, I don't care who you're for. You're seeing an unbelievable performance tonight.
He is 15 of 20 from the floor for Sedale Threatt. 5:06 left to be played, and the Lakers surprising the sellout crowd. They lead by 4.
This is the Sedale Threatt show. We've seen this all night. Look, between the legs, rock back, shoot the jumper, but watch his Laker teammates. AC Green.
Even Magic Johnson walked over to our table and said, what was his career high? Starks in the paint. Oh, rejected big time by Perkins, but New York has control.
Shot clock winding down. Got to get it up.
Jackson forces it, doesn't get it. Perkins with the rebound. Lakers with the ball. They lead by 4. 4:35 left. Lots of time remaining. Perkins for three.
This is contagious, Coach. I mean, everybody's shooting it up tonight. Plenty of time, though, that
A lot of time.
Knicks do not have to be in any kind of hurry. Just execute and get the good shot. There's an excellent play by Ewing. Took his time and got in the lane rather than shoot the fadeaway jumper. We're still only down 5. There's a lot of possessions left in this game, so good things can happen for them.
Lakers shooting 61% in the second half, 55% for the game. Threatt again. Oh, give the boy a saliva
Are
test.
you serious? Are you serious?
16 of 21. The percentage continues to go up.
Again, still plenty of time. They're going to be able to get up and defensive pressure a little bit. The Knicks only have 2 fouls. They can be very aggressive on the defensive end. They've got 2 fouls to waste before they go into the last 2 minutes.
Threatt working on Jackson. Green left open for the jumper, and he drains it.
That time they rotate up to take the ball out of Sedale's hand. AC Green hits the shot, so whoever they're leaving open.
Threatt has also 5 assists to go along with the 42 points. Starks. McDaniel, the shot, the basket goes. Mike Dunleavy says, where's the foul? I didn't see it.
That's big. That's a big 3-point play opportunity. The Lakers, if they stop from there, they're up 7 with a chance to go up 9 now. Xavier McDaniel, you see him right there. They rule a little push on the hip. I did not see it.
I didn't see it either. It was on Teagle. Team left. The Lakers by 5. Can they withstand it? Jackson doesn't get it. His own rebound. Again, he's got it.
Terry Teagle got in his way. Sedale wanted to spin. Terry Teagle got in his way.
Teagle can't get it to go.
Loose ball foul. That'll be 2 free throws and a penalty. For the last possession, Sedale Threatt was isolating. He went to spin to take his shot, and Terry Teagle ran right in on top of him. Here's the missed jump shot. The over-the-back foul by Tony Smith. So John Starks at the line with the opportunity to pull the New York Knicks to within 1. Still has 1 foul to give before they're in the penalty. They can be very aggressive here, try to get a turnover. If not, the Lakers will get the ball sideline out of bounds. So backcourt pressure by Mark Jackson.
The Lakers 9-2, games decided by 3 or less.
Going back to the screen roll.
Jackson has it. They don't call a jump ball. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Jackson as he was laying on the floor. Timeout. Game clock, lower right-hand portion of your screen. Ewing loses the handle. Lakers have the basketball. Here comes Teagle, but there's a foul call. Patrick wanted a foul.
Things have changed with that last foul of the backcourt.
So Smith in for Byron Scott makes the big play. Threatt. Dancing, prancing. If that goes in, almost did. Ball's loose. Ewing's got it. And we've got a foul. A very quick whistle on Sam Perkins as Ewing came up with it. It seemed like it was normal bumping and shoving.
Took that jump shot, but that was not a good shot. Pat Riley's defense has really locked in here, and the Lakers in the last 4 possessions have gone dry.
Ewing is 9 of 10. 9 of 11. Jackson and Threatt jawing at each other above Patrick Ewing. Ewing doesn't get either one of them, and the lead remains 1 for the Lakers.
Remember I talked about that they were a 72% free throw shooting team. They're 26th in the league in free throw shooting. That's next to the last.
Pat Riley worried about his team finishing in a close ball game. Perkins looks for someone. Shot clock at 5. Scott back to Perkins.
Somebody's got to shoot it.
Shot clock at 2. It doesn't go. Knicks have it.
New York only has one timeout, so I think you're going to see them go right to the basket with.
No, Pat Riley wants to take it, and there is a 2-second difference between the shot and the game clock, 2.9 to be exact.
The basket with it.
Here we go.
Simple play right into the post.
Back to Jackson. To Starks, and he throws it away. Ball belongs to the Lakers. No, ball belongs to the Knicks, and Mike Dunleavy is going nuts.
Now he's going to call a foul on Sedale Threatt.
Oh, my goodness. Where did that come from? Holy cow. 3 phantom calls in this quarter.
Now that ball was going out of bounds. John Starks looked to save it. Let's watch. Now they call the foul on Sedale Threatt. Here it is. The ball is mishandled. It's going out of bounds.
He never touched them.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, you cannot make that call.
That is terrible. He wasn't within 5 feet of him. And the game, nevertheless, is tied. Mike Dunleavy has a complaint, and a big one at that. This might cost him a game. And he's going to call a timeout.
Well, I tell you, if I'm the Lakers, I go right to the basket with the ball and put the onus. I do not shoot a jump shot. I say you're going to call a foul on this other way, too. Let's see if they call a foul this way. Mark Jackson riding him.
Perkins, he's got the 3! Knicks don't have a timeout.
Better get back.
McDaniel lets it go at the buzzer. It goes!
Was the light off or not?
The officials aren't saying anything. They're looking at each other.
This ought to be good.
The officials have no idea. They're conferring with each other.
Was the light on?
Nobody
now we
made
got
a
committee.
move.
Now we got committee.
Oh, if they... my goodness.
No basket.
Nobody made the call until 30 seconds afterward. What a shot by Sam Perkins.
Here comes Sedale Threatt over to talk to us. Let's see if we can see the red light. All right, you're going to see Sedale Threatt come down. He makes the pass, and here's Sam Perkins for the 3. It's good. No timeouts left. Lakers, I think, expecting a timeout. Let's see if the shot is good. Oh, boy, that's so close.
That's close. Well, nevertheless, the Lakers have the victory, 106-104, and a man who really lit it up tonight is joining us, Sedale Threatt. First of all, Sedale, an incredible effort on your part tonight. We saw you, we mentioned in the beginning of the game that you were out there shaking and baking and dancing from the beginning. You really had a lot of intensity from the moment the game started.
Well, Mike told me to really come out and shoot the ball tonight. We're missing a lot of guys. Worthy is that one of our big guns, so he really told me to come out and look for the offense tonight.
Sedale, it looked like you had a little thing going with Mark Jackson and Starks and Anthony. It looked like there was a lot of talking going on tonight, but has it been difficult for you to try to incorporate your own offense and run the team and not get caught in between on some nights being a passer and other nights looking to be a scorer?
Well, this is like a learning year for me. To play the 2, then to play the 1 is kind of difficult, I think, in the first year, but I'm adjusting well. And right now I'm just looking for the offense and trying to run the team.
What about the last few moments of the game right there, the foul? Did you get much contact with John Starks? I saw your hand was on him, but did you feel like in that situation that warranted a foul?
Well, I think I kind of pushed him. He called it, so I guess it was a push.
So I guess there was a little poetic justice here that you guys still won the game, though, right?
Yes, it's a big win for us.
Well, Sedale Threatt, 16 of 22 shooting, 42 points, a new career high. You have to feel pretty good about it right now.
Well, I do. It's a big game for me. I'm just glad to come out and get this victory and shoot well.
But you got to go again tomorrow against Atlanta.
It's going to be a tough game. My mom's is there. I'm looking forward to going home and give her a big kiss for this.
All right, Sedale. Good luck. Excellent job tonight.
Thanks,
42 points for Sedale Threatt as the Lakers win. Let's look at the ending one more time as the Lakers win at 106-104. McDaniel's shot would have tied the ball game. But let's take a look at it right here. First of all, we see Threatt. And I was surprised Perkins took the 3, Doug.
You know what? I think the Lakers were a little surprised here. Normally you expect a team to call timeout. They were out of timeout. So really you see the Lakers, they're not really thinking about defense. Now they get caught. They throw ahead to McDaniels. Xavier McDaniel, the shot is up. That's no good. The ball was in his hand. That's an excellent call. The ball was still in his hand at 0. The light was on in the back, so that was a very good call. And I guess you could say there was some justice. The tough call on Sedale Threatt in the corner. They come back and hit the shot. And this was a great basketball game tonight. I think the Lakers now 10-2 in 2-point games. They got to the free throw line. Their rebounding was good. So the recipes for success were there for the Lakers tonight.
Lakers win at 106-104. We'll go back to our studios in Atlanta. Ernie, we're going to need about a minute maybe to think about who's our Budweiser player of the game.
Yeah, exactly. You guys get all the dull games, too, by the way.